Okay, 5th grade, today we are going to be looking at lesson 1-3 on thousandths. That is found on page 12 and 13 of your textbook. At this point in time, you need to have your spiral out and get a heading at the top and write down today's objective. Today's objective is I can write decimals from the thousandths place as fractions and fractions with denominators of 1,000 as decimals. So just like our last lesson with tenths and hundredths, but today we're moving over one more space to the right of the decimal in your thousandths. So get your objective copied at the top of your page. Okay, then go to the top of page 12 in your textbook. At the top of page 12 there, it's thousandths. The question is, how are fractions related to decimals? A large box is filled with cubes. There are 1,000 cubes in all. Each cube can be thought of 1/1000th of the whole box. It says think about pulling 3 cubes from the box. Since 1 cube can be shown as 1/1000th, this means that 3 cubes could be shown by 3 over 1,000. How can you use a decimal to represent this fraction? Go to the top of page 13 now. It says the word name for 3/1000ths is 3,000ths. A decimal place value chart can help you determine the decimal. So there you will see a portion of the chart that you have. You see the ones place, then the first place to the right of the decimal is tenths, then hundredths, and now our new place is thousandths. It's 3 places over. So we go from 10 to 100 to 1,000. So underneath there you will see there, so it says, so 3/1000ths can be represented by the decimal 0.003. Okay, now we're going to practice. This stuff is not in your text. So, and again, back in your spiral, you're going to take a minute here to copy down the place value chart. Make a ones period, put your decimal, label tenths, hundredths, and thousandths. Again, remembering that that TH is very important because it's representing decimals. Then make a space for word name, and then at the very end, make a space for a fraction or a mixed number. When your chart is done, please label the first one and fill in 0.003. Okay? To get the word name, you need to read it. So you see there's no other numbers to read except the 3. What place is the 3 in? It's in the thousandths, yes. So our word name will be 3,000ths. Now how are we going to take that to a fraction or a mixed number? You're going to put 3 over 1,000. Okay. For those of you, if you need to, Ms. Sharber forgot, this is underneath Roman numeral 1, decimals to fractions or mixed numbers, to put that title in, if you could squeeze it in there for me. Okay, then we can go to number 2. Put in 0.016. Okay, now we have 2 numbers to read, and you read it how you would if you would just see 1 and 6 by itself. How do you read that? Yes, 16. And what place is the 6 in? Thousandths. So our decimal here is 16,000ths. We write it the way we say it. So our first word would be 16. And our place there is thousandths. Now how would we take that to a fraction? How many? 16 over 1,000. Okay, if you have questions on this, do feel free to take a minute to put them down in your spiral to bring them back to class. Otherwise, let's continue with 2 more examples. Put number 3, put 0.249. Okay, again, to read this, you have 2, 4, and 9. How do we read that? Yes, 249, and what place is the 9 in? Thousandths. Very good, so write that in words. 249, and the place again is thousandths. Okay, now we need to take that decimal and change that to a fraction, just like we read. It's 249 over 1,000. Okay, good. Stay with me. Last one, number 4. Put in 6.005. Something a little different here. Can you tell what it is? Yes, we have a number now in the ones place. So how would we read it? We would read it 6 and 5 and what place value? Thousandths. Good job. Now let's write that in words. 6 and 5 and the place value is thousandths. Now let's take that, and obviously this one needs to be not just a decimal, but a what? We need to make this a mixed number because we have a whole number there. So our whole number is 6, and what's our decimal part? 5 what? Thousandths. So we put 5 over 1,000. Good job, 5th grade. At this point, write down any questions that you need.